Good afternoon. This is the 5FM Radio Main News. The headlines. Minister of Youth, Sport and Arts, My Tomorrow Foundation donate hampers to China Mahus Hospital. Farmers urged to buy inputs early ahead of marketing season. And South Korea bans phones in school classrooms nationwide. This bulletin is live on our Facebook, 5FM Radio Zambia, and our YouTube channel, 5FM Radio Zambia. With the details, my name is Lance Sunny Banda. In a gesture of solidarity and support, the Ministry of Youth, Sports and Arts, in collaboration with the My Tomorrow Foundation, have donated hampers to China Mahus Hospital. Speaking at the official handover ceremony, Minister of Youth, Sports and Arts Elvis Nkandu has emphasized the importance of mental health, describing it as a cornerstone of national development. Mr. Nkandu has noted that the donation serves as a reminder to those facing mental health challenges that they are not alone, they are seen, valued, and supported by both the ministry and the wider community. The minister expressed gratitude to My Tomorrow Foundation, Guruk, and other partners for their generous contribution, commending their commitment to improving the lives of vulnerable individuals. Agricultural Climate Action Executive Director Dr. Oliver Bulaya has urged farmers to prioritize early procurement of agricultural inputs as preparations for the upcoming marketing season begins. Dr. Bulaya notes that historically, many farmers delay the purchase of essential inputs such as seeds and fertilizers, which often leads to challenges later in the season. He emphasizes that as the year progresses, supply shortages tend to occur, driven not only by increased local demand but also by external market factors such as exports of seed and fertilizer. Dr. Bulaya says these market influences can trigger panic among farmers, pushing them to buy whatever is available, often at higher prices or of lower quality. Dr. Bulaya has called on all farmers to remain vigilant and proactive, stressing that early input purchases are key to ensuring successful production and avoiding the risks associated with last minute panic buying.
As farmers prepare for the upcoming marketing season, it is crucial to emphasize the importance of purchasing agricultural inputs early. Historically, many farmers tend to delay their input acquisition or purchase, leading to significant challenges. As their year progresses, we often experience a shortfall in the supply of essential seeds and fertilizers. This scarcity is exacerbated by external market factors such as exports of seed and fertilizer. These influences can create panic among farmers who may resort to buying whatever is available on the market. Unfortunately, this is also the time when unscrupulous dealers take advantage of the situation by selling substandard inputs. We urge all farmers to remain vigilant and prioritize early procurement of their inputs to avoid last-minute panic buying.
The Higher Education Loans and Scholarship Board (HLSB) has awarded student loans to 1,270 first-year students at Kwame Nkrumah and Mukuba University for the 2025-2026 academic year. At Kwame Nkrumah University, a total of 660 first-year students have been awarded student loans, while at Mukuba University, a total of 610 students have been awarded student loans. LSB received a total of 1,486 for consideration, out of which 1,238 were eligible for the award and 248 were not eligible for the award. From the eligible applicants, 948 are from rural areas and 538 are from urban areas, representing 64% and 38% respectively. A total of 18 applicants from persons with disabilities applied for consideration and always successfully awarded student loans. For Mokuba University, HELSB received 1,177 applications for consideration, out of which 1,058 were eligible and 119 were not eligible for the award. Governance activist Samson Zulu has drawn attention to the constitutional provision in Zambia that grants the president the power to issue pardons as an act of clemency. Speaking on the matter, Mr. Zulu has referenced Article 97 of the Zambian Constitution, which empowers the president to exercise this function with the support of an advisory committee on pardons. He explains that a presidential pardon, particularly when unconditional, effectively erases the offense, rendering the individual as though they had never committed a crime. Mr. Zulu references the controversial release of several high profile prisoners from Kobeko Maximum Security Prison in 2021 by the late President Edgar Chagwa Lungu during their political transition to the United Party for National Development UPND government. Those released included individuals convicted of serious offenses, among them a former member of parliament and a well known businessman of Indian origin. The activist also cites the recent release of convicted sex offender Winston Kabinda, which has sparked public outcry and raised questions about the criteria and transparency surrounding the clemency processes. While Mr. Zulu acknowledged that presidential clemency is a valuable constitutional tool, he emphasizes that it carries a high risk of abuse, calling for the adoption of tighter safeguards and accountability mechanisms to prevent the misuse of this presidential prerogative.
As outlined in many concerns of the pardoning of individuals who have committed heinous crime. This is raising quite serious concern, especially that the victims are not, in most cases, taken into consideration. The victims' feelings are not the trauma that they are left with.
And in other news trending this afternoon, more than 40,000 residents of Kabanana will soon enjoy improved water services as the Lusaka Water Supply and Sanitation Company nears completion of a soft water connection project. Minister of Agriculture Ruben Mtolo has warned that misinformation targeting science has already cost lives, livelihoods, and critical development opportunities. Up next, the business news.
5FM Radio Business News. We mean business. Keep you current in commerce, trade, and industry, local and global. It's our business to keep you informed about business.
The Zambian National Marketeers Credit Association, Zanamaka, has commended the United Party for National Development UPND government for its strides in supporting the informal economy over the past 4 years. In a statement, Zanamaka President Mupila Kamea has highlighted the government's focus on key groups such as marketeers, traders, small-scale farmers, bus and taxi drivers, and SMEs. He noted that the UPND administration has implemented policies aimed at better regulating and supporting these sectors, recognizing their critical role in the country's economy. Mr. Kamea further points to the government's initiatives to improve access to financing for marketeers. These include partnerships with financial institutions to develop loan and credit products specifically tailored to the needs of informal economy operators, enabling them to grow their businesses and increase their earnings. While acknowledging these efforts, Mr. Kamea urges the government to partner with credible non state actor organizations to support and drive the implementation of national programs targeting the informal sector. Zanamaka has proposed that 2.5% of each constituency development fund CDF allocation be dedicated to loan empowerment programs specifically designed for marketeers. According to the association, this revolving loan fund could significantly improve the livelihoods of informal traders across the country. Ends the business news.
5FM Radio Business News. We mean business. Keep you current in commerce, trade, and industry, local and global. It's our business to keep you informed about business.
And in foreign news, South Korea has passed a bill banning the use of mobile phones and smart devices during class hours in schools, becoming the latest country to restrict phone use among children and teens. The law, which comes into effect from the next school year in March 2026, is the result of a bipartisan effort to curb smartphone addiction, as more research points to its harmful effects. Lawmakers, parents, and teachers argue that smartphone use is affecting students' academic performance and takes away time they could have spent studying. The ban has its skeptics, including students who question how it would work, its wider implications, and whether it is addressing the root cause of addiction. And in sports news, Wolves have rejected a second Newcastle bid for striker Jurgen Strand Larsen, who scored twice in the win over West Ham on Tuesday. The Magpies have returned with a £55 million offer after a £50 million approach was turned down earlier this week. Wolves do not want to sell the Norway international, firstly because of how little time they would have to find a replacement with the transfer window closing on Monday, and also because of how valuable Strand Larsen is to their Premier League survival chances. Newcastle are looking for fresh firepower with Alexander Isak trying to engineer a move to Liverpool. The Sweden forward is in a standoff with the Magpies and yet to play this season. And now the weather.
Class Econ Roofing Africa. Class Econ 00 off Katanga Road. Chinika in Roofing. Class plus economy. Class Econ Roofing Africa. Class Econ.
Northern parts of northwestern Luapula and northern provinces partly cloudy, windy at times, and hot. Maximum temperature is ranging from 29 degrees Celsius. The evening will be mainly with clear skies, slightly windy and warm to mild. Western, southern, Lusaka, central, Copperbelt, Muchinga, and eastern provinces, including the southern parts of northwestern Luapula and northern provinces, sunny, slightly windy, and hot. Maximum temperature is ranging from 28 degrees to 31 degrees Celsius. The evening will have clear skies, windy, slightly windy, and warm to mild. Ends our weather report, and that item brings us to the end of the news. But before we go, a recap of the stories that made headlines. In a gesture of solidarity and support, the Ministry of Youth, Sport and Arts, in collaboration with the My Tomorrow Foundation, have donated hampers to China Hills Hospital. Agricultural Climate Action Executive Director Dr. Oliver Bulaya has urged farmers to prioritize early procurement of agricultural inputs as preparations begin. South Korea has passed a bill banning the use of mobile phones and smart devices during class hours in schools, becoming the latest country to restrict phone among children and teens. For more news, follow us on Facebook, 5FM Radio Zambia, and subscribe to our YouTube channel, 5FM Radio Zambia. On behalf of the entire news crew and the technical department, thank you for listening to the happy world of 5FM. Stay safe and stay tuned to 5FM Radio. My name is Lance Sani Banda. Enjoy the rest of the afternoon.